morning. Today, Nick and I are up early. We're gonna head down to the Looe Reef and Dive Resort. Nick's going to start his first open water scuba diving class. I've been certified since 2007, so I'm gonna take a refresher course because I haven't been diving in probably over 15 years. So we're gonna go do that today, and if we can, we're gonna bring you guys with us.
We are learning how to scuba dive at Looe Reef Resort. Thanks to Captain Katie.
When you hook it up to your tank, it releases pressure in a breathable rate from 3,000 to breathable out of your regulator. These are aluminum 80s. So they also make steel tanks, which are really, really heavy.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to film our training in the pool because while Nick was learning new skills, I was refreshing my old skills.
Alright, how was your pool lesson?
Oh, it was amazing. I can breathe underwater now. I love it.
Excited to do that in the ocean?
I'm officially a fish.
You're a mermaid.
Officially a fish.
So we're gonna looky, no touchy. So we're gonna maintain good buoyancy, or try to. We'll go down and we're gonna do a controlled descent. I'm gonna put a down line in so we have a line to hold on to visually reference how fast we're going down. And then when we come back to the boat, visually reference how slow we're going up. Once we get out to the reef, we'll get all geared up. We'll be ready to splash. I'm gonna go place the descent line in a nice sandy area. This boat, we do a giant stride entry off the boat. I got a little ahead of myself. So when we put on our gear, we'll sit down, put all our gear in. Then we're gonna do our buddy check. First dive, we're gonna stay in those sand channels. That way we're not kicking any coral. Coral is alive. It's not just a pretty rock. It's trying to survive in the cruel world. We wanna keep what we got out there alive. So we'll just stay in the sand channels. So plenty to see. We can hang out underneath, look underneath all the ledges. We found a moray eel in a cleaning station yesterday, which is really cool. So we'll just get used to our gear in the water today. We're gonna probably stay out a little deeper because it's gonna be a little windy. So Looe is such a shallow reef. If we get up in the shallows, we're gonna feel that surge pretty good. Doing mask removal and replace. But first we're gonna just do a partial flood. Then we're gonna do a full flood. But for the first day, we're just gonna take it nice and easy. Jack, you don't have to do anything.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man made good visibility.
Does that mean we're gonna get wet underwater?
We're gonna get wet on a dive boat?
I have my suit on, I was prepared.
It might be raining here, but it might not be raining out there. Then we're just gonna sit back in our little spots. We'll switch over to our next tank, move the boat down the reef, and we'll go over what we're doing on dive 2 before then.
Cool. Good thing this thing is waterproof. Is it? You're a little wet.
Vomiting over the edge. I need my radio.
If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there.
All right, it's day 2 for Nick's scuba lessons. He's going to get in the pool this morning just for a short bit to finish up some of his skills, and then we're going to get back on the boat and do our final checkout dives. So today I think we're going to be able to film underwater and bring you guys along with us.
I didn't get the deep one. Holy crap, that's fun.
Yeah.
On day 2, Nick and Katie finished up the rest of Nick's scuba skills, mainly focusing on out-of-air drills, which would come in handy in the near future, and some underwater navigation skills.
So we're gonna do our buddy check. Burgers. We got our BCD.
Yep.
Burgers. With. We got our weights.
Got
Yep,
it. Wait.
got our
Yep.
weights.
Yep.
We can sink. Burgers with relish. We got our releases. They're all clipped up.
Yep,
Clippy. We're not using this one.
Nope.
And
Well, maybe.
burgers with relish and what's A stand for?
Air.
Important one. All right, so we're gonna breathe it. See if we turned our. Remember, you can look at your pressure gauge, see if it's fluctuating. Yep. And fries. Fins, mask, snorkel, final check. We're ready to go.
All right, let's go. Ready for takeoff.
I'm gonna quack on over. We're gonna do our giant stride entry. We're gonna put air in our jacket. Have your mask on. Drag in. We're gonna hold the mask and regulator in place. That way the water pressure doesn't show. So when we get out to the reef today, I'm going to take off my surface marker buoy, and I'm going to hide it behind a little coral head. And I'm going to say, all right, Nick, tick, I want you to swim that way, and then we're going to do the reciprocal compass and come back. So how you do that underwater is the same as how you do it on land. So say we wanted to go to the deep end of the pool. We're going to be, this is our lubber line, okay? So the red line is your lubber line. You want to put your magnetic north, and these are called index marks. You want to put your magnetic north into those index marks there, okay?
Okay.
So,
Just like that.
yeah, and when you hold your compass, you want to make sure it's flat. So, yep, you're in north. Cool. So, let me adjust mine. Okay, so while you're swimming, so what if we got off a little bit? Oh, put our regs in.
Today, we couldn't have asked for better weather. Visibility at the reef was roughly 50 feet. This was a combination of a pleasure dive as well as the completion of Nick's skills and sign off. With every outing, the Looe Dive Resort will take you to 2 different dive locations, so there's always new and interesting coral formations and sea critters to find. If you're like me, you may be wondering why this reef is called Looe instead of Looe Reef. Let me give you a little bit of history from this location. The Looe was one of 6 British warships in the 1740s, captained by a man named Udding. This 124-foot vessel was sent to help protect the coastline and Florida Straits from the Spanish. Late one night, an alarm sounded as the ship was heading towards a shallow reef. The Looe's rudder struck the reef and broke off. The ship was unable to steer, getting pounded by swells, beaten against the coral beds, and taking on water. The sailors were able to escape to a narrow spit of land, which has since been wasted away and has disappeared into the ocean. Captain Udding described the offshore inlet as 300 yards long and 100 yards wide. While this key no longer exists, the reef is still alive to see today. On our second dive, we found an 8-foot nurse shark resting under a ledge, along with some huge coral heads teeming with lots of local reef fish. Nick's new emergency skills were also about to be put to the test when he accidentally ran out of air while we were pretty far from the boat. He and Katie did exactly what they had trained for. In fact, they did it so well, I thought they were performing a drill for a minute before I realized this was not a drill and Nick was actually out of air. Thanks to our knowledgeable instructor, he already knew what to do and everyone was able to surface safely. If you enjoyed today's adventure, hit that like button, subscribe to see more content like this, and we'll see you next Tuesday for another adventure.